News in the last few hours, Mark, that Liz Truss will be meeting some world leaders who are attending the funeral she'll be meeting them shortly, I believe. Anyway, Mark, what's the latest?
Well, it'll be on Saturday that Liz Truss will meet, first of all, the Australian and the New Zealand Prime Ministers. Actually, the New Zealand Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, is already in the UK. She has been the first world leader to pay her respects at the coffin of Her Majesty the Queen, lying in state there in Westminster Hall. After that, on the Sunday, we're told that Liz Truss will then have short meetings with the Polish President, also the Irish Taoiseach and the US President Joe Biden, who we know, of course, is coming across with his wife, the First Lady Jill Biden, and they'll be attending the events on Monday, that formal state funeral, arriving, we're told, though, in the full US motorcade. To be honest, we expected nothing else. There is no way that the US Secret Service would ever cede control of the protection of their president to another country, so that's not going to happen. They like to put a very significant security bubble around their president, so the beast, that armoured limousine, has been flown over for that, and there will be a significant motorcade for the president arriving at Westminster Hall. For others, though, Patrick, other heads of state, they will be what is referred to as podded. They will be put in specialist secured buses and they will be driven to Westminster Abbey. We're told that those buses will have armed detachments of police officers and escorts as they arrive, but that's how other heads of state and VIPs will have to arrive at Westminster Abbey for the service on Monday.
That's the world leaders, Mark, but a massive security operation taking place as well, because it's supposed to be maybe the biggest crowd London's ever seen, is that right?
Well, who knows? I mean, it may well be. Obviously, people are watching the news reports like everyone else, and of course, these reports at the queue to see the lying in state, for instance, has had to be paused because of the many people who want to be part of that and to pay their respects to the late monarch in Westminster Hall. So that might put off some people, but the police are prepared for a very significant number who will still make that pilgrimage to London to try to do their best to get a glimpse of at least some part of the state funeral. And there will be an opportunity to do that because although, of course, the coffin is making a very short journey on that gun carriage from Westminster Hall across to Westminster Abbey, it's the post-funeral procession that will give the opportunity for people to see the monarch for the last time as she's carried in that gun carriage, pulled by Royal Navy sailors all the way from Westminster Abbey up Whitehall, across through Horse Guards Arch into Horse Guards itself, and then onto the Mall, down the Mall, round Buckingham Palace and up Constitution Hill till finally the coffin is transferred to the State Hearse just at Wellington Arch there, and it will make a slow journey westwards out to Windsor. So certainly opportunities for large numbers of people, if they line the route, to be able to see that procession, which of course will be full of pomp and pageantry, as we have military personnel from many parts of the armed forces, the Navy, of course, the Air Force, the Army, and many of the individual elements of that of these forces who will be turning out, taking part in that parade itself and lining the route as part of the security detail.